Chapter 574, 49 Mysteries. This chapter is updated by Novels.pl. Zhang Yuochen hesitated a while before asking, "Are you serious, Branch Head Chen?" "Of course I am serious," Chen Ji said, laughing. Zhang Yuochen nodded as he looked at the crowd. "All right. Since everyone is curious about what's in the box, nothing's stopping me from showing it to you." Zhang Yuochen took the jade box from the Ember Kilin's back once again. He held it in his hands, about to open it. All eyes were on the box. Zhang Yuochen paused and said, "I made it clear earlier on that this gift is intended for the Juns. It is not the Buddhist Emperor's Sarira, it's just another treasure." Upon hearing that it was not the Buddhist Emperor's Sarira, the faces of the young warriors fell with disappointment. When he opened the box this time, there was no glaringly bright aureole emitting from it. In fact, nothing extraordinary happened. There was just a scroll made of snake skin sitting at the bottom of the box. There appeared to be a few small imprints on the snake skin. This is. Everyone was struck dumb to find that Zhang Yuochen's third gift was so ordinary. Zhang Yuochen explained, "The inscription on the snake skin is actually the fourth volume of practice exercises for the 49 mysteries." Although it was a plain statement, Chen Ji's face drained of its color immediately upon hearing this, and he dashed towards the jade box. Chen Ji stretched out his hand, hesitated, then withdrew his hand. He stared at the scroll inside, his expression unreadable. "Please don't kid us. Is this truly the fourth volume of the 49 mysteries?" All the young warriors suddenly came to a realization. How could it be the 49 mysteries? The 49 mysteries is the Chen family's most highly regarded mysterium. Only the inheritor of the leader of the family and senior members of the family who have reached the 9th change in the fish-dragon realm are qualified to refer to it. How did it leak out? It must be a fake copy. It can't be in Zhang Yuochen's hands. There was a commotion, and everyone started to question it. The 49 mysteries, also known as the 36 mystery realms, was a highly regarded mysterium of the Chen family. It was also the basis for the family to be the lords of the eastern region. It was precisely because of the 49 mysteries that the Juns had been able to continually nurture several half-saints and saints. No one could believe that the 49 mysteries had been leaked out of the family and fallen into the hands of Zhang Yuochen. Bu Qianfan fixed his gaze and said, "Legend has it that the Chen family's 49 mysteries became incomplete during the Middle Ancient times 100,000 years ago. Among them, the fourth volume of the 49 mysteries was lost." The fourth volume of the 49 mysteries records the 28th mystery realm to the 36th mystery realm's exercises. These parts are the most ingenious and profound sections of the 49 mysteries. Although the Juns produced quite a number of half-saints and saints, none of the Juns were made emperor or a great emperor of the Holy Road, precisely because they lost the fourth volume of the 49 mysteries. How could anyone become a great emperor if he didn't possess a complete set of the exercise manual? Everyone started to ponder upon hearing what Bu Qianfan said. Could it be true that the 49 mysteries, the pride of the Chen family, had long been incomplete? Instantly, all eyes were on Chen Ji. Chen Ji secretly grumbled. The 49 mysteries was indeed incomplete. The fourth volume had been lost during the Middle Ancient times. This, however, had been a well-kept secret within the Chen family. It should not have leaked out. Now what? Just as Chen Ji was at a loss for what to do, he heard a tiny voice say, "Chen Ji, since the secret is out, why don't you just announce it to the people?" Chen Ji looked solemnly and respectfully towards the depth of the East Region Saint Mansions, bowed slightly and replied, "Yes." Chen Ji had nothing to worry about now that he had permission from the family's ancestor. He straightened himself and sharpened his aging eyesight. "That's right. The fourth volume of the Juns' 49 mysteries was lost during the Middle Ancient times." Boom! The young warriors of the Chen family were first to feel the blow. They were not able to accept the truth. The 49 mysteries was second only to the 6 great amazing exercises in the Kunlun's field. The Juns had always taken pride in this fact. Now they realized that part of it had been missing for the last 100,000 years. How could they accept this? Swoosh, swoosh. A white-robed elder and a green-robed elder rushed in from the gates towards Chen Ji in an imposing manner, leaving a trail of shadows behind them. The white-robed elder was Chen Xikan, branch head of the Xueyuan branch of the Chen family. The green-robed elder was Chen Dan Kun, branch head of South Region Branch. Chen Xichen was enraged. He rebuked Chen Ji saying, "What nonsense are you saying?" Chen Ji replied, "Why do we have to hide the fact that the 49 mysteries isn't complete? Hasn't the Chen family ruled over the eastern region without the complete 49 mysteries?" Chen Xichen was about to go on reprimanding Chen Ji when he seemed to hear a voice transmission. He turned to look back into the depth of the Saint Prince's mansion. Immediately his expression changed to that of respect and he became silent. Apparently, both elders had received messages from the ancestor of the Juns and stopped reprimanding Chen Ji. All of a sudden, the atmosphere turned awkward. Once again, everyone's eyes were on the jade box in Zhang Yuochen's hands. Since the fourth volume of the Juns 49 Mysteries had long been lost, naturally Zhang Yuochen would not have known all about this. No outsiders would ever find out about this secret. In light of this, the fourth volume of 49 Mysteries that had been lost 100,000 years ago could in fact be inside the jade box. Chen Ji asked Zhang Yuochen nervously, "Did you say the inscription on the snakeskin scroll says the fourth volume of the 49 Mysteries? I am curious as to where you got it from." Zhang Yuochen was calm and composed despite the fact he was standing face to face with a half-saint. He replied, "It was given to me by a predecessor." He had been wanting to return the fourth volume of the 49 Mysteries to the Juns for the longest time. However, he was not able to do this personally. Having learned that I will be marrying one of the Juns' daughters, he handed it me, so I could return it to the Juns on his behalf. Naturally, Zhang Yuochen was making this up. In fact, the fourth volume of the 49 Mysteries had been stored in the 9 Heavenly Books library of the Sacred Central Empire. In those days, Zhang Yuochen had inadvertently read through it once, memorized it and wrote it down. Zhang Yuochen's words triggered various responses in the audience. Some speculated that the predecessor Zhang Yuochen mentioned was Sword Saint Xuanji. Others speculated it was the Golden Dragon, the dragon the Buddhist Emperor rode on. Chen Ji looked doubtful. Eventually he asked, "Can I check its authenticity?" Before Zhang Yuochen could reply, Bu Fan, who was standing in the back, laughed. "Didn't the Juns say they only wanted to look at the treasure in the jade box? Are you going to appropriate the scroll now that you know it's the fourth volume of the 49 Mysteries? Are you bandits or robbers?" Chen Ji gave Bu Fan a death stare. Unfortunately, Bu Fan was not deterred by the half-saint. Bu Fan continued to wear a smile on his face, showing an expression of sarcasm and ridicule. Zhang Yuochen ignored Bu Fan and said to Chen Ji, "Actually I am not sure of its authenticity. I am totally open to you checking. Please go ahead." Chen Ji hurried over, took the snake skin out from the jade box and started examining it in his hands. Although Chen Ji had never seen the fourth volume of the 49 Mysteries, he had browsed through the first volume. He had a reasonable understanding of the 49 Mysteries and could tell whether it was authentic with one look. Upon seeing the scroll, his body jerked and his pupils dilated. He was apparently astonished by the scroll's content. From Chen Ji's expression, the crowd could guess that it was indeed the fourth volume of the 49 Mysteries. If the Juns had been able to rule the eastern region with the incomplete 49 Mysteries before, how much more powerful would they be now that they had the complete manual? Many among the crowd started to struggle with the thought. They did not wish for the Juns to become even more powerful. Bu Fan was one of those harboring these thoughts. Suddenly his expression turned vengeful, as if he was transforming into a completely different person. Everyone else was focused on the fourth volume of the 49 Mysteries and Chen Ji's hands. They did not take notice of the creepy changes in Bu Fan. Zhang Yuochen alone observed the change when he glanced toward him, and the doubts in his heart became more intense. All of a sudden, a thought emerged in Zhang Yuochen's mind. The look in Bu Fan's eyes right now resembles that of Di Yi. There is an overlapping aura about the two men. Could it be the legendary demonic shadow? Ha ha. Bu Fan gave out a bellowing laugh. Weren't the Juns an aristocratic family in the Middle Age? I wouldn't expect you to be so shameless to go back on your words. Zhang Yuochen, doesn't the 49 Mysteries scroll belong to you? Are you okay with the Juns snatching it? Stop trying to sow discord, you little fry from the Bu family. Zhang Yuochen is the Juns' son-in-law. He is our hero for bringing the 49 Mysteries back to its rightful place, said Chen Xichen, the white-robed elder. Chen Tan Kun, The green-robed elder was also infuriated. He said in a solemn voice, "We don't need outsiders talking about the Chen's family affairs." Baekhyun Fan laughed. "You acknowledge him as your son-in-law when he brings you benefits earlier on, didn't you? The Juns despise him because he only brought 10 carriages of bridal gifts and dowry." Jang Yuochen, I would advise you to retrieve the 4th volume of the 49 Mysteries rather than band yourself together with this shameless group of people. If you give the 4th volume to me, I will grant you 100 women, each more beautiful than Huang Yanjun. Jang Yuochen smiled slightly. "Are you finally showing your true colors?" Jang Yuochen had profound intentions when he brought the 4th volume of the 49 Mysteries back to the Juns. The Juns would definitely become more powerful and expand themselves after regaining the complete 49 Mysteries manual. Would they still submit themselves willingly to Kai Yao then? They would only be willing to bow as subjects when they were not as powerful. Who wouldn't want to be the emperor?